Yes, top of the evening. You know the vibes. This is the Source Experience. The news by Shanewz. Let me check my levels, right? Let me check the levels. Then we're gonna get the cooking. Um, tonight I am no staff. I have no staff tonight, man. You know, I did kind of take I took the easy way out, right? I didn't set everything up. Like I said, I don't have my staff. I don't have them with me tonight. They are an intricate part of the process. But tonight they are off there chilling. They're chilling, right? So with them chilling, uh, I don't have my camera people. I don't have my staff. I want to make sure y'all hear me good. I got to make sure y'all hear me. Then we're gonna kick things off. You know? We gotta make sure y'all hearing us. If you're not hearing me good, I am defeating the purpose. Once I know you're hearing me loud and clear, you know, now do y'all see how the soundboard is working loud and clear, right? Now normally the soundboard, when I have the microphone, which I don't have set up tonight, the soundboard is a little loopy. But tonight, like I said, I didn't bring everything. I am, solo dolo, no staff, no team. But I am going to give you um, some content tonight. Uh, you know, boxing content. Let me share this first. Let's do that. No rush tonight, right? Smash the like button, right? I'm gonna speak on what everybody was talking about, but I put out enough content, I believe, on that already. But mission accomplished by Shakur Stevenson. He has everybody talking. That's what I think it pretty much was about. Content creators are talking about it, unemployed people are talking about it. Everybody is talking about it. Now, I put out enough content on it. I will not spend too much time on that because I think it's rather done already. We know what it is. He has one fight left, the top rank. Check the content that I dropped on. I feel like they're putting a squeeze on him. I know I heard a lot of other people speaking on this, right? I just think like some of the people that are speaking on it, they show you how uneducated they are on boxing, business, different things. Because if the thing, like I said earlier, right, from what I'm hearing from people that I know, right, if um, they did give Shakur the fight, the um, the fight that he wanted for unification. He has one fight left. I'm pretty sure he has to agree to, a couple more fights. I hate with the wild, right? I didn't hear a lot of content creators mention that. Maybe they don't know. If you A lot of those guys, they are clueless. Some of these boxers, they're on here saying I'm frustrated, which he probably is. But I think that he didn't sign like we signed with Tyler. He has one fight. And I know they're in the business. Like this is a business at the end of the day. Right? They probably aren't trying to. They got to protect their interests as well, right? Isn't that how business works? Right? Doesn't business work like that though? Yeah, real talk, be honest. For those of y'all that know anything about business, right? Isn't that how business works? Like you have to protect your own interests. If he's not going to resign with them, why would they give him a title to pretty much balance, right? The, just comment back to simple comment. All right. Let me go over here, pull up my IG. I want to highlight my guy, Famous Wilson. I will highlight my work. So, yeah, I'm not going to rush tonight. I'm not going to rush. No rush tonight. I might shoot out of here a little early, go to the rec. But I've been staying out the way, you know. I just been chilling, right? Concentrating on this, doing other things. Mainly this, right? Staying out the way. I just feel like staying out the way is the way to be. Watching people crash out, and just do what I do. Do what I do. The first thing I want to highlight, this brother right here. Make sure y'all can hear it clear. Make sure y'all hear this. This is my guy, Famous Wilson.
The news by Shanewz. What do we have here? Man, Fame Wilson downstairs with the boo boo punch. Looks like my guy gotta use the bathroom after Fame touched him to the midsection. But hey, what do I know? Got it! Put that right hand up. He's reacting to the left. Ooh!
Yes, I should complain, right? You see, I just got kicked out the studio. What was that about? What was that about, right? Like, the internet service is good here. Why did they shut that down? Why did they shut that down? Something went wrong, right? What happened with the internet service, right? Why did they shut that down? You know? I guess sometimes like when you really got it going on, right? They get a little loopy, man. They get in their feelings, right? They get in their feelings because they know you're rocking and rolling. See, like over here. Let me see. What is going on with my internet? You know? What is going on with my internet? Right? This is not the vibes, man. Why is my internet not functioning, right? So this is why I be needing my assistants, man. But I gave them the night off. They got the night off. The assistants got the night off. Solo dolo here. See, sometimes you gotta be solo dolo, right? That way I know how to function, right? Because if I don't, if they're not here like how tonight, right? I should be able to operate. And that's what you see taking place now. Bear with me. Smash the like button. Hopefully the soundboard is loud and clear. We're gonna go back over here now that we have the internet restored, right? Yo, I seen a lot of goofy stuff taking place. A lot of goofy activity. Um, Let me highlight the wise now, guys, once again. Management firm, Wise Owl Boxing, as you can see right here, help getting you from point A to point B. You do have options, right? You do have options. Those of y'all looking for management, definitely give me a holler, man. You know what I'm saying? Give me a holler. Give me a shot. Maybe I could make some phone calls and do some things for you. You definitely know that I could hold it down for you on the media tip, right? That's part of what you know Wise Owl Boxing offer. Um, they offer services point A to point B, right? That's what I said. Give me a shot, man. Give me a try, right? Give me a try. I got a lot going on, a lot of gadgets. But I wanted to play some audio, right? I was watching a particular live. I want to get some good laughs. So I'm gonna play it off of this, right? Now, hopefully you guys can hear it. Hopefully you guys can be able to hear this, right? This is when know if I play it. If I play it on this, you might be able to hear it. I don't know how good you're gonna hear it, right? I want you guys to hear this. This should have. This should have you laughing. Hear it. What? All right. That is enough of. Now, somebody sent that to me. Now, those are two goofballs right there. These are two guys who talked about me at a point in time. Now, look at the content that they are putting out. This is boxing. You're talking about boxing. But yeah, you are on here talking about paperwork and somebody snitching. And not only do you sound real goofy talking on it, you sound real ridiculous. But when content creators go on all wrong, see, these are guys that are really goofballs in this boxing game, right? They are content creators that worship fighters, idolize fighters, and now the same fighter that they idolize, Earl Spence, but both of these guys diehard Earl Spence group, right? Earl Spence is no longer relevant to the point where they don't have content to speak on. So now they are speaking on street stuff, rat, snitching, and paperwork. But not once did they present any paperwork. But, and look, I'm no Bill Haney fan, supporter, but what is the relevance of that, right? Regardless, Bill Haney is a professional prize fighting manager and promoter slash coach, right? That has no street activity or illegal activity to do with it. But yet you're on here talking about was he a snitch or not? Real good. But this is some of the stuff that you guys support on this YTC. Unbelievable. But I just want to reflect on that because when I look at these guys, these are two guys, one in particular that spoke on me and spoke about how I wasn't this or I wasn't that. Now, when I look back at what I'm doing and what they're doing, it's rather comical. It is rather comical because, like I said, these are two content creators that don't have nothing going on in boxing. content going all wrong. Like, why aren't you speaking on boxing? You goofballs are boxing guys, right? You heard the one clown talking about street dudes. What street are you from? What street business are you conducting? Last time I checked, you were known as a clickbaiter. You put out a lot of clickbait material. You don't even cover fights. You're not even significant in that aspect of the game, right? Um, but yet man, that was pathetic. But I think the reason why people sent that to me, right? Not for nothing. They wanted me to laugh tonight. Because they know both of you guys were two clowns that, talk down on my business and my brand and my name. And last time I checked, I don't need to do clickbait content, um, and I'm succeeding in the game. Whereas you guys, respectfully, what are you really doing in boxing? You know, what are you really doing in boxing? Like I said, media wise, you guys aren't it. You're not it as media. You're not. Like I said, what do you actually do in boxing other than come on YouTube and clickbait shit? Real talk. Like I was watching some of that live, playing it back, and I don't want to play too much of it on my live because I know how you guys roll, right? You guys like to report channels, put in paperwork and all that other nasty, cheesy stuff. But I just found it funny, listening to you speaking on situations pertaining to boxing, and your knowledge of things is rather remedial. Because um, when fighters win championships, right? 9 times out of 10, when you win a title, the promotional company tries to lock you in for at least, a couple fights, 4, maybe 6, sometimes 6, at least a minimum of at least 2 to 4 minimum. So that's about what, 1, 2 years possibly they try to lock you in. But I didn't hear you give no reference to that. And you're supposed to be some, in the loop type of guy. Nah. All jokes aside, let's get to some actual boxing now. All right, so big fight coming up this weekend. Conor Ben, right? And shout out to Pete Dobson. He's fighting Pete Dobson. I want to go over here to Pistol Pete's page. Conor Ben said he had nervous energy. Let's pull up Pete Dobson. What is going on with the internet in here tonight, man? This is not the vibes tonight, man. This is not the vibes. Maybe I know I heard coming in. Hopefully nobody hit no telephone poles or nothing. But the internet is just haywire tonight. You know? Internet is very loopy tonight. Like, why isn't I'm over here trying to type and it's not What's that? Let me see. Unplug. There we go. All right. Maybe it wasn't the internet. Forgive me. Maybe I didn't have it plugged in. All right. So I'll give that the I'll take that one. Maybe I didn't have it plugged in. So I want to pull up Pete Dobson right here. Smash the like button. Appreciate that. So Pete Dobson and Connor Ben this weekend, right? Let's get to some news, right? Man, now the internet is moving kind of slow. There we go. Okay, there's Pete. Pete Dobson, shout out to Pete Dobson. Jahad got a lot of rounds with him. He was on, I was going to say the Contender, but no, the Combat League NYC team, they won. Now he is getting his opportunity against Connor Ben. Check the vibe. Shout out to Toby, first one in the building. It's always good to have that international love, first one in the building. And as you can see, Tobe, the soundboard is loud and clear tonight because I got the headset on. I don't have the microphone. I didn't bring out the mic tonight. Like I said, I am solo dolo tonight, no staff. I gave the staff the night off. Yes, the crew has been working hard, so they are entitled to, some sort of a reward, right? Let's go over here to Pete Dobson now. Connor Ben said he had nervous energy, right? Connor called him out, said he had nervous energy, said he was twitching. This is some behind-the-scenes footage. I didn't want to use the Matchroom actual footage. I know they are a little funny, but here's some of the footage right here, courtesy of Pete Dobson's page. See what is going on, man. I did not click on that. No, I did not click on that. Close out of that. Yes, the internet. Hold on, maybe I need to close some of these other windows. But it doesn't normally work like that over here. Appreciate that, Toe. Yes, I'm trying to get to it, Toe, but it's acting very loopy tonight, man. You know what it is? I think my source is just it's on another level, right? As far as the production and how I'm formulating my flows, that it's just now the internet is acting stupid. But here it is right here. You know? Let's play this out. Connor Ben.
Hard shots. I already know. Throw hard, wild shots.
That is Pistol Pete Dobson, undefeated.
Professional boxer at the highest level, bro.
Hopefully he doesn't get staged.
Wild bum. Wild.
He told him he was a wild bum. He told
Athletic bum, athletic, fast hands, fast feet.
He told him he was a wild bum. Right?
Cross hands, cross feet.
Connor don't understand yet.
I see that all the time. I see that shit all the time.
This is if you ever been to Vegas, right? This is the landmark right here. When you're leaving or exiting or coming in, right? A lot of photos are taken here. It's like in the middle between the highway. Cool spot. I remember me and Marley. Yeah, when the guys went into the bubble, right? And me and Marley were Meal on Wheels. Yeah, we went up here and got our photo ops in that day. And shout out to the dude, right? And I even tipped the guy because people be up there taking the photos. They have camera people out there. And I remember the camera guy took the photos with my thing. And I even tipped him. I tipped him because I know. And then he was so cool. By me tipping him, looking out, he snapped me and Marley's picture. I got those somewhere too. One day I'm gonna get all that blown up. I hold on to those things.
I'm nervous.
The ill spread right in front of this. Welcome to Vegas. We was chilling. But let me get to some of these comments. Shout out to my good brother, the executive producer, Tobe, in the building. Yes, Tobe says, I think this is going to be a tougher fight for Conor than the UK content creators are giving P. Dot. But not only them, you have the American ones also too, guys that don't actually know boxing. Listen, man. You have dudes that speak on boxing every day that aren't in no gyms. They just go off of the internet, right? Pete Dobson has been in different high-level guys' camps, right? He's no slouch. Conor Benno is the company guy, the A guy, right? The matchroom guy. But I didn't know he was that small, right? Looking at the video I just played, right? He's short. I had no idea he was that short for a welterweight. Like I said, Pete Dobson isn't the biggest of welterweight, but Pete looks so much taller than him. I had no idea Conor Ben was that small, short-wise. But Conor Ben is the favorite. Pete Dobson is a sturdy dude. Like I said, he was in the combat league. A lot of people don't. I was looking on Twitter. You had guys talking about the fight won't go 4 rounds or 5 rounds. Like they're really killing Pete. But Pete has been in camp with some hitters. So we'll see Saturday night. We will see Saturday night. But I like how Matchroom is, warming it up. Because what? Today is Tuesday. They did this on a Tuesday, right? So shout out to them. The news by Shanewz. Tobe, if you got a topic you want me to talk on, man, feel free, man. Because like I said, today I've been on, I put out a lot of videos. I don't really want to talk about Shakur's situation unless somebody asks me, because I think I put out enough information that I have, been privileged to, right? And a couple of premiere videos that I dropped. If you just got in here, Tobe, I was just clowning a couple of these content creators that talked about me that I'm running laps on right now. I'm running laps on a lot of these content creators that talk down on me, man. These guys always, and some of these guys that I knew, right? They burnt the bridge with me that, they could never get that bridge back, right? Out of jealousy and hatred, right? Now, as they see some of the other endeavors that I'm into, right? You guys played yourself, man. But today I was able to get a feed of two of the original speculators. And man, they was talking about snitching and being street dudes. Like, man, you dudes sound like 2 bozo the clowns. Bozo the clowns, man. But yeah, Shakur Stevenson, Mission complete, man. Mission accomplished. Everybody is talking about him. Even the guys that don't want to talk about him, saying that it's cap, it's this. Yeah, it might be. It might be cap. I don't think he's retiring. He's too young. But I just think that Top Rank is putting the squeeze on him. You know, he got one fight to go. He's a free agent. He was talking, and this is the business. And like I said, I hit up some people behind the scenes, and um, the Navarrete fight, he probably would have got, you know, the unification, which he's upset that he didn't get, but he didn't want to sign, right? He's a free agent because normally, like I said, you don't hear these content creators speaking on this because, like I said, these guys don't know shit. But I think had Shakur signed back with Top Rank or extended his contract, he would have got the fight. He would have got the fight, as I reported, right? But he has one fight left, and I don't think they're into rewarding or giving him that opportunity, especially if they know he's not going to stick around. Now, what is your take on that? Let me put that in the chat, right? Because these content creators ain't talking about that. So let me talk about that, right? How do you feel about Top Rank wanting him to resign first? See, this is a good question topic right here. How do you feel about Top Rank wanting him to resign first before giving him the WBO title shot? Right? There is the question. Let me highlight that real quick, right? He said he would be wise to re-sign with Bob for the moment. I say, yeah, Toby, yeah. That's the question. See, there's your answer. I could dig it, right? Because they're playing, Top Rank, man. Top Rank. MPR76, shout out to you. He said, do you think Shakur Stevenson is overreacting? Great question. Great question. I will give my assessment on that. Absolutely not. I like what he did, right? See, what he did was he's bluffing. We all know he's bluffing. He's 26 years old. You think he's retiring, walking away, right? But what he is doing is he is creating a buzz, right? Because look at today. Everybody, I watched a whole bunch of unemployed content creators with nothing going on speak on Shakur all day long, right? They don't know shit about boxing, the particulars, or nothing. But yet they was talking about him in his tweet of retirement, right? Now, I don't think he's overreacting. I think, Teofimo Lopez did this, right? And look how it played out for Tio, right? When Tio defeated Josh Taylor, I was there, wonderful fight. The moment after defeating Josh Taylor, Teofimo said the same thing. He said the same thing. He is retiring. He's underpaid. He's this, he's that. And what happened for Tio? Tio not only is being marketed and promoted at an all-time high, he is fighting on the biggest fight week. Because Super Bowl is the most watched sporting event, right? Teofimo is fighting that Thursday. So shout out to Tio. Thursday night fight, man. Thursday night fight. I wish I could be in Vegas for that fight. I wish I could have been in Vegas. It takes me back to when I was in Vegas a couple of years ago for the bubble fights. No, that wasn't the bubble. It was that bubble, but it wasn't the bubble that T.O. was on. It was a different bubble fight, man. Shout out to T.O. and his team and Andrew and Takeover Promotion. Great set of guys. But yes, that's what I think. MPR76. Thank you for your comment too. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. If you have another question, feel free to ask me. I am here. We are rocking and rolling. And feel free to address my question, MPR. How do you feel about Top Rank wanting him to resign first before giving him the WBO title shot? Do you think that is them putting the squeeze on him, them playing chess, not checkers, or just protecting their investment?
Awesome.
Right? I think they're protecting their investment, and I spoke with a good colleague of mine about this, and he said that is normal procedures. This guy is a hitter. I'm not going to say who he is, but he's a hitter, and like I said, I am blessed now to be in a great position to speak with actual players of the game, guys that do things. And I asked him his take, as I should, because like I said, he is a player in the game. And he said, yes, that is, the proper move, right? How they are doing as far as wanting him to resign, right? Or trying to lock him in before giving him a title that he would have. Now he would have two titles and part ways with them. So what's your take on that, right? Let's get to these comments. Shout out to Toby, man. Appreciate you, Toby. Oh, look, I'm here. I'm at the spot, man. Let me put my background up, right? I don't even have my background up, right? Smash the like button. There's a couple y'all in here. Y'all are getting the news by Shanewz, right? Layouts. Virtual backgrounds. See, I got my clear frames on tonight, man. I felt sophisticated. They said when you want to look educated and sophisticated, you need to look it, right? So hopefully I'll look it tonight. I got my clear frames on. Well, shout out to Wise. I got my Wise Out executive hat on. Because I am a young exec, right? I am part of the Wise Owl team, right? That's why I said I laugh at a lot of these content creators that try to talk behind my back or talk about me. Like, what are you guys actually doing now? What are you guys really doing? He said Top Rank aren't going to get him any big fights if he's just going to walk away. But where he's going to go, PBC is a no-go. Matchroom haven't got the fights, and I can't see Golden Boy would be a good move. Great point, Toll. Let me break some of that down, what you just said. Okay. I think the first part of that, your comment we covered. Top Rank aren't going to get him any big fights. We definitely established that because they are they are in the business of staying in business, and as a business, a promotional business, that is not good business to give him a title fight with his last fight, and he hasn't re-signed or doesn't show no interest in re-signing. So great point there, Toe. Now, but where is he going to go? PBC. Now, the PBC, look, great point, Toe. Thank you. That's why you are the executive producer of the show. Now I'm going to go to my notes. Right? PBC. I had this here too, right? The PBC at 135. What is over there for him? Probably the biggest fight for him. Who is that? Tank Davis. Pay-per-view, big money. But we see what is going on now with the PBC, right? And Amazon Prime. The first showing is kind of weak, right? So Shakur Stevenson needs to tread lightly. You know, at least with his situation with Top Rank, what was he getting? Guaranteed fights, guaranteed paydays, right? I have this all in the notes. I'm checking it off now. Now, if he was to leave the PBC, and I know I hear a lot of these content creators who haven't even been in no boardrooms, never got a fighter situated on any type of level, amateur, professional, street fighter. Want Shakur to go over to the PBC, right? Okay, now if he does go over to the PBC, they are only going to have what, 13 to 14 dates with Amazon Prime? Him being a new signing, do you think he will be high priority over there? Because they still owe what? Terrence a fight, right? 1 fight. They owe Canelo 2 fights, right? They already had the March 30th card. See, these are things that you have to weigh in on. But when you come on here, you talk boxing, you get these guys that talk boxing, they talk gibberish. They talk drunk talk. They talk high talk. They talk unemployment talk. They talk non-logistics, unsuccessful life coach talk. Now, they would advise a Shakur Stevenson who is making guaranteed M's. You know what M's are, millions. He's making guaranteed M's to go over to a company in the PBC who has a schedule now of 13 to 14 fight dates with the hopes of getting a Tank Davis fight. Now, we're going to come back to this, right? Because check this out, right? Tank Davis is the big catch over there at 135. We also have another fight over there at 135. Frank Martin, right? And shout out to World Combat Sports. I seen World Combat Sports speaking on this. I told them I was going to cite him. That is the professional thing to do. The OG World Combat Sports brought up a great point. And I want to speak on that point that he brought up. All of the belts, well, not all of them, because Shakur has the WBC, but the IBF now is going to either Lomo or George Kambosos. But the WBO was also wide open. Frank Martin was ranked in the WBO, I believe, as well as the IBF. But yet, Navarrete and somebody else is fighting for the WBO. Now, shout out to World Combat Sports. World Combat Sports brought this up earlier, and I posted a comment in his live chat. I said, Man Down Promotions has no fucking juice. And it is obvious, right? Earl Spence, the promoter. I remember content creators were talking about how Earl Spence was this promoter. He was this, that, and the third for Frank Martin. Why hasn't Earl Spence got Frank Martin the WBO title shot? Right? They did get him. They did attempt to get him the WBC. Remember, him and Shakur was supposed to fight for that, but Frank wanted a little bit of But now with the WBO, it was vacated, it was wide open. Why didn't he get Frank in the WBO sweepstakes as the promoter, Man Down Promotions? He couldn't. He has no juice. All right, let me get to some more of my comments. Shout out to everybody that's in here. Hopefully, I have 6 likes. Please, there's 6 of y'all in here. The likes should be at 6, right? He says Shakur should do like Devin and work with any promoter, no long-term contract, maybe 1 or 2 fights, then weigh the options. Okay. Thank you for that comment. Let's speak on that, right? Let's speak on that. Devin Haney, you're saying that's what he does, right? I disagree with that. I don't think Devin Haney does that, right? Devin Haney, right, was just in a 3-fight deal with Top Rank. So that was 3 fights. He was locked in. Prior to that, how many fights did he have with Matchroom? He had some type of a deal with Matchroom. And he's with Matchroom now. But see, a lot of times we are fed the content that Devin is doing this and Devin is doing that, but yet it doesn't come off like that if you know what you're really watching and paying attention to. Devin took a 3-fight deal to become undisputed with Top Rank that his father, many have admitted to, that he was underpaid, taking. Thus, he tries to underpay other people now in fighting him. Then he left that deal, went with Matchroom and Fort Regis Progress. And I believe he's still with Matchroom now. But if you know something that I don't, like I said, I don't really have no particular sources with the Haneys, nor do I want any. But just from me doing what I do, and like I said, communicating with hitters in the game and asking these type of people that do these type of things questions, the narrative that you are saying that a lot of others say on the YTC doesn't really add up to what they're doing. I don't think he's a promotional free agent. That's what we are supposed to believe. Like I just said, he was locked in for 3 fights with Top Rank. Prior to that, he was with Matchroom. Remember, he was with Matchroom on a fight-to-fight basis. That's what they're saying. And they always say that, you know. But let's just wait to see, though. Hey, what do I know, right? Thank you for that comment, though, MPR76. Let's go over here to Tobe. Tobe said, 2 to 3 million guaranteed money. That's better than a no guarantee, hoping for a tank fight and hitting big with the pay-per-view. Shakur ain't no Ryan Garcia and Ryan, so most of them pay-per-view. Great point. Yes, $2 to $3 million guaranteed is definitely good. Especially when, like I said, what is going on over there? What is going on? What is actually going on, right? Appreciate that like, thank you. What is actually going on over there as far as Amazon Prime Video, PBC? They're only having 14 dates, and the first card, Tobe, since Tobe, you kind of a smart, savvy guy. How much do you think that card is, right? What do you think the budget was for that card? Look at the guys fighting on that card, right? The main event, right, is Keith Thurman. Well, let me put Tim's name first. Tim Tszyu and Keith Thurman, right? The main. The co-main, Rolly Isaac Cruz. The other probably pay-per-view card is going to be Sebastian Fondora and Sergey Buyachech. How much do you think those 3 bouts are making? Give or take. Give or take, real quick. How much do you think those 3 guys, those 3 fights are going to take? Shout out to my yard man, brother in the building, Champion Rounds. Definitely check out my IG page. I reposted. He was on the Boxing Voice dropping those gems. Round of applause for him. Wagwan. Shout out to Champion Round. Definitely check him out. God knows his boxing. Very intelligent, high IQ brother, man. Salute to you. But how much do you think, though, Toe? Right? You know me. I'm gonna be cool, Toe. I'm gonna be cool, right? You know what I'm gonna say, Toe? And I know it's not even nowhere close to that. I'm gonna say those 3 fights, right? And look, I'm just being cool about it, right? But it's nowhere near that. I'm gonna say for those 3 fights, we will say $7 million. But we know it's way under that. We know it's way under that, Toe. Because let's keep it all the way tall, right? The only guys probably seeing 7 figures on that fight card are the 2 main event guys. Real talk, right? That's a fair assessment to say. Keith and Tim will probably be making 7 figures. Rolly, high 6, if that. Issa Cruz, maybe mid-level, 6 figures. Fondora, maybe 6. Sorge Bujicic, if that, right? So let's call a spade, right? And Shakur Stevenson is coming off making what, $3 million, right? I think he got $3 million for Edward De Los Santos, $3 million before that, right? This is guaranteed money. He's gonna give that up to go over there and play with these guys. Like I said, I wouldn't put it past it if Shakur Stevenson is making more money. His guaranteed purse is more money than what Rolly, Isak, Fondora, and Sergey Bujicic all combined is making. Please, if I'm wrong, please feel free to come back over here and tell me you was wrong. But I will stand on that. I think that what Shakur Stevenson has been making with Top Rank guaranteed is more than what Rolly, Issa Cruz, Fondora, and Sergey Bujicic is all going to be paid combined. I said it. What time is it? It's 7/18, January 30th, 2024. Yes, I said it. Let me get to my God Champion Rounds real quick, man. My Yardman brother. He says, Shakur got to take a big fight, either big bag or big name opponent at this point. Top Rank always intentionally tries to kill a fighter's value once they're at the end of their contract. Man, you are onto something. You are definitely onto something. That's what we was talking about earlier. And I was saying that, and Toe, kind of, co-signed off on that too. If they know that he's not willing to sign or, he's trying to bounce, that's usually how they do you. We seen that play out with Bud Crawford. When they knew Bud Crawford had enough, what did Bob Arum do, right? And shout out to Bob. Bob is an old vet in the game. He tried to devalue Bud. Oh, I could have built a house in Beverly Hills with the money I spent on this guy, right? Because he knew Terrence was not trying to go back over there. And like my good brother Champion Round said, devalue the fighter. Thus, it didn't work for Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford went on to get one of the biggest paydays of his career. And shout out to Bud for doing that. Let's see, my guy, Tobe says, hold on, let me get to these comments. Tobe said, Tim Zoo was giving you money. So that's his guarantee. As for the others, I don't know how bad Al would treat them. I can't see it being a lot. It's not. That budget they got over there is not the $1 billion hedge fund anymore. Don't listen. In all respect, those guys aren't on the welfare line, right? But they aren't getting those big, blown up purses from the the $1 billion hedge fund anymore either. Man, there we go. Champion rounds. You're cooking. You're cooking. Round of applause. Look. See, here is a man that knows the logistics, right? He says, I say the main and co-main on the PBC for all 4 fighters is less than $2.5 million. Man, here is a scholar of the game. Here's a scholar, man. I think so too. I was trying to be generous. I was trying to give the old Al budget and say $7 million, which I knew was far-fetched, right? It was far-fetched, man. These guys is over there fighting for they fighting for scraps right now. They fighting for scraps right now, respectfully, right? That's why I said, listen, Shakur Stevenson got paid $3 million guaranteed. $3 million for that. Remember, because that's what the guy was. The guy Frank Martin was a little upset. He wanted a little because Shakur was getting 3 and he was only getting 1. I bet you that 1 is looking real good to Frank now. Hello, when is Frank fighting again, man? When is Frank fighting, man? When is Frank fighting, man? But yeah, I agree, championship rounds. Shout out to my guy, the king of essence, right? I think so too, man. I just think Shakur Stevenson, I know he's frustrated with the system and everything, but he has to weigh his options. Like, bro, these people are telling you could get a Tank Davis fight going over there. But they also told us Tank was opening up the March 30th. What's his name? Tank's not even on the bill. Tank is not even on the bill. And, truth be told, from what I heard, right? Like I said, I talk to people that make moves in this game. I heard they didn't have the $5 million guarantee for Tank. Please, somebody that is way more connected than me, does more views than me, look that up, man. Find out for that. Because, that's Tank's going rate right now. $5 million guaranteed. And from what I heard, and I'm glad Champion Rounds put this in the chat, right? $5 million is what Tank got paid alone for Ryan, guaranteed. That $5 million might cover this whole card. Do you guys think that? For those of y'all that's in it, do y'all think that the $5 million guarantee which Tank received for Ryan Garcia might cover this whole fight card? $5 million for this Tank alone might cover this whole fight card. What's your thoughts on that? Let me put that in the chat right here real quick, man, so y'all can see what I'm talking about. $5 million that Tank makes will front the bill for the March 30th card. What's your thoughts on that? Look, man. See, shout out to the educated brothers that's over here tonight, man. See, when I get the educated brothers that know boxing, and we talk real boxing business, listen, we could talk good, we could talk some good facts over here in speaking topics, right? Because listen, I spoke with somebody, and that's what I was told. And thank you to Champion Rounds for saying this, because that made me just go back to that, right? He just said, this is what he thought, right? A great assessment breakdown. He said, I say the co-main on the PBC for all 4 fighters is less than $2.5 million. And like I said, off the record, right? The people that I talk to, hitters, right? They said that Tank's guaranteed is $5 million, right? And they could put on a whole fight card for what they had to pay one fighter. And that kind of goes with what Champion Rounds said. $2.5 million for the co-main and the main. That leaves $2.5 million more for the rest of the fighters. Tank Davis was receiving $5 million guaranteed. So maybe this could be part of the reason why he's not on this card, right? This could be part of the reason why, right? Real talk. They don't have that hedge fund money no more. He said, do you reckon Al borrowed the church's money? Toby, you're funny, man. Yeah, they need to get with the Turkish, man. The Turkish got that. The Turkish got that, but I think if you take the Turkish money, you know, the Turkish calls the law, right? Doesn't that work like that, right? I think so, right? Doesn't that work like this? He said the Turkish, His Excellency, the Turkish puts on the day of reckoning card, Al puts on the card in return. Man, yo, that March 30th card, man, is it's touchy, man. I don't want to offend no PBC guys. Well, I really don't care because I'm not looking to get credentials with those guys. And I could go around y'all now if y'all don't know, man. Like I said, I move with some hitters now. But I don't care to cover PBC fights, man. I'm good with Matchroom. I'm good with PBC. I'm good with Star Boxing. I'm good with the Bella Entertainment. And I'm good with those guys. I'm good with the guys that are good with me. Hello. You know, the PBC made it crystal clear that they wasn't good with me when they lied on me, when they stole a lot of my stuff. So I'm good, right? I'm good, right? I would, listen, the fighters that I rock with, I would never advise them to go over there. Never in a million years. Never. The hedge fund is over. The day of the hedge fund is over. I would never advise a fighter to go over there when you have promoters, fighters that got promotion companies that can't even get their fighters fights. This is the truth, man. Some of these guys are on the shelf. They've been on the shelf forever. They're assigned to fighters. They're assigned to fighters, and they've been on the shelf. Fighters who have promotional companies. Remember that was always the talk about PBC fighters? Lions Only Promotion, Man Down Promotions, GTD Promotions. Every PBC fighter had a promotion company. Every single one of them. Remember that? Where's some of their fighters at right now? Like I said, shout out to WCS. Yo, Frank Martin is taking it to the ceiling in his next fight, which we don't know what it is yet. But hopefully it's Tank Davis. That's the ceiling, right? If it's not Tank Davis, you're not getting the ceiling because the IBF belt is gone now. The WBO belt is gone. The WBC you could have fought for with Shakur, you didn't. The only thing left out there is the WBA, which Tank Davis has. Tank Davis gets a guaranteed of $5 million. In order for Tank Davis to get his $5 million guaranteed dollars, you would have to take, remember I was being nice. I said you would have to take 800,000. You might even have to take 500K now. Because they didn't have the $5 million for Tank for March 30th. Alleged. We gotta say alleged. You know, I don't want you guys to say, oh man, that guy, that Source guy, that Shanewz guy, he was over there talking all this shit. He doesn't know nothing. Nobody listens to him. How dare he say all these things? Well, I do know a couple of managers. I do know some matchmakers. You know, I talk to these guys. I ask these guys questions off the record. You know, that's what I do. I'm a professional. I'm a professional, man. I'm not, you know, you guys, you know, thought the wrong things about me with this YouTube shit. You know, you guys exposed yourselves, hating on me as a media guy, as a journalist, Jack of Fitness Days. And now I am the news by Shanewz. Not only am I the news by Shanewz, I am also known to know a couple of managers that, you know, look out for me. Ask me, like, yo, listen, you have the eye, brother. Who's hot out there? Who do you think is the next one? I don't see no other content creators doing that. But hey, what do I know? Yo, champ, man. Yo, you better slow down, man. Yo, listen, they're gonna blacklist you. Yo, they are going to blacklist you. You're dropping too many nuggets, man. Yo, listen, I gotta give you all the soundboard right now. This right here, this is my yard, man. He just licked the shot, man. Oh. Gunshots right there. Listen to what he just said. He said PBC lacks transparency. Let me find out you've been dealing with Bud Crawford and Team Crawford. Yo, isn't that what Bud Crawford asked them for transparency? For transparency. And look what Championship Rounds just said. The PBC lacks transparency. It's hard to respect how they move. They would have had Frank Martin selling tickets to get it. Oh my man. Listen, I'm gonna take the comment down, man, because you know you're dropping gems. You are dropping sauce right now, right? And I know you are a nugget in the game, and the PBC people hate me, and I don't want them to hate you, right? I don't want them to hate you, so I am going to take that statement you made and say it was my statement, because these people are going to say, yo, man, that guy, he was over there, he was clowning them. He was clowning the PBC, right? Because you're clowning them right now, but you're not clowning them. You are talking real talk. You are talking real talk. They was going to have Frank Martin selling tickets like an independent promoter. That's what independent promoters do. But shout out to Frank Martin. Frank Martin came up that way. He knows how to do that, but he shouldn't have to do that, being that he is man down promotions. He shouldn't have to do that. But man, powerful statement. Championship Rounds, man. Subscribe to my guys' channel. Yo, Championship Rounds. Put your channel in the comments so I can pin that, man. Put it in there. He has some wonderful interviews with my brother, General Music, trainer, chief for Team Tucker, Marley, as well as Jihad. He has some fire interviews with Jihad. He has Ness from the Boxing Voice. He has a nice catalog, man. Put your information in there so I can pin that. And they can go over there and check out your channel as well. You know, very informative brother, as you can see. You know, transparency, right? Now, when you bring this stuff, some of those type of things up to these content creators, they will tell you, shut up, right? Transparent, they turn into the slaves, right? If you tell one of these content creators that, right, they take us back to the slave days, right? Oh no, you can't. What you talking about transparency? Old Master Al is good to us. We don't need to see no books. If Al say this is what the money is, this is what the money is. We ain't supposed to see the books. Well, transparency. Remember, that's what Terrence wanted to know, where the money was going. And any smart businessman, that's what you're supposed to know, right? You're supposed to know where the money is going. Transparency. Man, shout out to you, championship rounds, man. Yeah, brother, you killed it, man. You killed it, man. I see you's educated, brother. Oh no, you ain't supposed to be asking for no transparency. You ain't supposed to know about the books. Al don't show nobody the books. Big Red Records. My office hours are from 9 to 5. You ain't supposed to be like Bird and the Midnight Falcons and want to see the books. Remember, Bird got hit. He got, they threw him off the roof. They hung him off of the balcony. Vanilla Ice. You're not supposed to want to see the books, man. That's the rule number one. If you want to see the books, you know too much. You know too much. See, a lot of those PBC fighters, they wasn't seeing the books. They was getting allowances. Adrian Broner. The rest of these guys, man, champ, you're going to get me started? I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there because this is why I am one of the most hated by the PBC. Because I remember I used to tell EJ these things back in the day. And he used to be like, yo, I'm fighting for this. And I was like, nah, that's a little off, brother. How? I'm like, nah, that don't even sound right. When Sugar Ray and these guys, they was getting way more than that back then. You wasn't getting no backhand and all of that, man. But I was a troublemaker. But hey, what do I know? Transparency. Sometimes you need transparency. Any real businessman would ask that. You want to see the books, right? You want to see the books, man. These guys don't want to see the books, man. These guys, I know how. Listen, and shout out to championship rounds for getting me started, right? With these guys, all you got to do is give them one of these right here with some nice stones in it. Give them some of these right here, some earrings, right? Get them a high-end car. Put them in a house somewhere. Give them a nice little check. And they be like, man, what? Oh, Mr. Charlie, he take care of me. Meanwhile, he got you a little chain, a couple pieces of jewelry, a house, and a car. But Mr. Charlie done made about 30 million. Only gave you about 1.5 million with all of your jewelry, your house, and your car. Oh, Mr. Charlie, he take care of me. Now, if you would have seen the books, you would have realized, oh, Mr. Charlie ain't take care of shit but himself. But hey, what do I know? Got it. That's why you see Adrian Broner lost his mind. A lot of those guys over there, they lose their mind, man. Once they start getting awoken. They get awoken, man. And like I said, shout out to Bud Crawford, man. Because if it wasn't for Bud Crawford, I seriously doubt Earl Spence would have got woke. And also, shout out to the good brother, Adrian Clark. I can't forget AC. Because, if it wasn't for those guys, man, and Bud Crawford staying on his square and not taking what, them dudes over there, and Jamel Charlo, the number one guy. Remember, Jamel Charlo was, listen, and that's why the PBC guys, they be on that. They want you to be a slave, because that's what they is. They some broken-in slaves, right? Remember what Jamel Charlo told Bud Crawford? You shut up and take what we give you. You take what we give you. Because that's what they used to. Yeah, they was getting the scraps. You know what I'm saying? Your Al was feeding them the scraps, right? They was, listen, they eat pork over there. So I'm gonna use the pork, right? Al was eating the pork chops, and Al was eating all the best of the pork. He was giving them the chitlins. You better take what the master give you. That's the good chitlins. Championship rounds got me started. They're gonna be like, yo, man, don't never let him come to another PBC fight card. I don't want to go to PBC fight cards, man. I'm good. He said it's fair to say top rank is like Republicans and PBC or like the Democrat. Republicans let you know you when they fight, while Democrats were fat. Oh man, you're starting. You are starting it up. Yo, yeah, it's like Fiddler from Root. You better eat that fat back. Yeah, that's how they got the brothers trained over there, man. Yeah, when I first started out many years ago, I was a PBC reporter. And I was getting wind to a lot of stuff that was going on over there. And I remember I was blowing the whistle, right? And that's how they was coming at me, right? If EJ was a real dude and wasn't who he is and lost his way, he would tell you. Because when I was getting on Al Heyman, I was on Al Heyman's bumper. Yo, EJ was DMing me, inboxing me like, Al's the GOAT. I was like, the GOAT? Like, how's he the GOAT? The dude is robbing y'all, man. What are you talking? No, Al's the GOAT. Don't talk about Al like that. Like, don't talk about him like what he's robbing y'all, bro. You guys are dumb. Real respectful, you guys are dumb. Like Al's making all the money. If I got 6 fighters on the card and I control the hedge fund and you fight for $3 million and I take the $3 million, I split it, I give you 1.5 and you 1.5, and I take 20% from him and 20% from him, I got 40% already. 40%. And that's just off of you 2 guys. And then the other 6 guys are my guys too. I take 20 from them, 20 from them. Al was killing it. And when I was telling you guys that, I didn't know nothing. That's why I love to say this now. But hey, what do I know? What do I know, man? What do I know, right? Toby says, and matchroom fighters on pay-per-view, they see all the books where every penny comes in. And yo, that's what Bud Crawford was asking. Yo, remember he asked that and Al Heyman didn't want to see him. Yo, listen, they thought Bud was dumb. Right? When Bud asked to see the books, right? They wasn't used to that. They was not used to that. They was like, what? See the books? Remember Jamel Charlo was upset at him. Jamel Charlo, shout out to the good brother right here. Jamel Charlo turned into Fiddler. Jamel Charlo turned into Fiddler / Steven. You know Stevens from Candyland? You better get your ass off that main. Yo, Bud Crawford came in riding on the main. Yo, Bud Crawford was the Django. Yeah, he wasn't used to seeing Bud Crawford was supposed to come in like the rest of the fighters, right? Remember how they was all shackled and they was running in like this, right? Yeah, that's how Bud Crawford was supposed to come in, right? But Bud Crawford came in on the horse. Yeah, he was the jangler. Bud Crawford came in riding in on the horse, right? Yo, Jamel Charlo was Stevie, right? Yo, Al Heyman was Candyland. Yo, Jamel Charlo ran out there and said, you better get your ass off that man. You better take what Master gives you, right? Yo, Crawford was the Django. He was on the horse. He had to see the books, man. He had to see the books, man. Them old PBC boys got a lot of Steven in them, man. And Fiddler. You better take what Big Al give you. You better take what Big Al give you. Salute to WCS in the building. If you just got in here, WCS. You know, I highlighted you, man. I spoke on Frank Martin, man. Frank Martin is going to the ceiling in his next fight. Unfortunately, it won't be for the WBO title. It won't be for the IBF title. But he will be fighting Tank Davis for reportedly $350,000 and some back end chitlins. Top of the line, hog smog. Nah. Yeah, we don't know, man. He's going to the ceiling. But all the belts are gone over there. So what ceiling? We have no clue. But he's going to the ceiling. Toby says, yeah, that's true because Eddie said it. It's the only way it could work. That's why there's no suspicion if Eddie works for a fee. He always said AJ's my boss, man. Yeah, man. Yo, the back end. Yo, listen. Yo, the back end bread, right? Yo, listen. The back end bread is still probably owed to Floyd Mayweather. Remember, Floyd Mayweather was on record saying that he owned the PBC because he was still owed his back end money. We seen Wilder complain about not getting his back end money. We seen Adrian Broner speak about this, and then they hush him up, and now he's wherever he's at. But a lot of these guys were speaking on that. Remember the back end; they wasn't getting it, alleged. These guys wasn't getting that. But yeah, so Shakur, man, let's not lose topic of what this was about. Shakur, man, you might want to be mindful. I know these guys want you to go over there and try to get the Tank Davis fight, but is that guaranteed? Whereas you was getting guaranteed certified M's. Not, yo, listen. And WCS could tell you this, right? WCS was there when we was in Tulsa, and they came in with that pay stub, right? Listen, I'm Team Tucker, official boxing business, right? I've been privileged to be around the game a little bit, right? I've been around some shady shit. I've been around legit shit, right? I've seen guys, checks bounce. I've seen guys don't get paid. I can honestly say I've never seen that with Jihad Tucker. Just saying. I'm just saying. I don't want to throw PBC guys under the bus, but I know some guys they still saying they owe money. It is what it is. It is what it is, right? It's the fight game. It happens. It's the fight game. That's why sometimes it's best to get guaranteed, right? Because guaranteed is guaranteed, right? Let's look up. Let's look up that term real quick. I love looking up guaranteed, right? You know how we do over here. You know how we do over here, man. Tonight we had such a great live that I didn't even get to the terms, right? Shout out to everybody that's been a part of this, but we're gonna get to the terms, the keyword terms, guaranteed, right? Before we wrap it up, we want to go to guaranteed, right? Let's go right here to guaranteed. We always do the keyword searches. There it is, as stated. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. It says the guaranteed bonus is not very high, for which a guaranteed is provided, formally assured. Let's get some more. He says, what does being guaranteed mean? Let's look at that, right? A assurance for fulfillment of a condition, such as an agreement by which one person undertakes to secure another in their possession or enjoyment of something, an assurance of the quality of a length of use to be expected for a product offered for sale, often with a promise of reimbursement. So when you are awarded a guaranteed purse, that means from this definition, right? Like I said, I'm not the sharpest knife in the tool in the cabinet. I'm not a great speller, but I do kind of understand definitions. So this is an assurance for the fulfillment, no back end, fulfillment of a condition. So if you sign a contract and you're guaranteed is this, and you fulfill that condition as far as making the weight, because that's how the fights go. For those of y'all that don't know, when you weigh in, right, and the fight is official, you make that weight, whatever the contract the weight is, and then you get in there and you fight, you are fulfilling the conditions and should be paid, you're guaranteed. That is pretty much what this is saying. That is pretty much what this is saying. Appreciate that, my guy. You as well, man. This salute this brother right here, man. Wagwan. Yes, Wagwan. Toby says, you saying they're paid M's or in M&M's? Well, no. These guys that I know, they're paid in M's. Maybe those other guys are paid in M&M's. That's why those guys be turned into drunks, right? Not for nothing. Look, let me just say this, right? Yo, remember, right? See, Toby done started something, right? Remember this really happened, right? And it happens to people in life. But remember when Jamal Charlo, right? Millionaire Mall, big millionaire mall, beat up the lady because his credit card was declined or some shit. He's a millionaire, bro. He's an Al Heyman fighter. But yet his card declined. Remember, he robbed the lady or some shit, alleged. We gotta say alleged. But that happened. They was getting the big bucks over there. Shit happens sometimes, man. So maybe it's best to get that guaranteed assurance as we read in this definition here. But hey, what do I know? Like I said, what do I know? I'm just a small media marketing agent, you know, with a couple connections now in the game. I come on YouTube and do content. Nobody likes me. It's all right. You know, I have a lovely wife and kids, my daughters. They love me. That's all that matters, man. You know, they took the night off tonight, but, you know, they love me, and they love what I do. And shout out to Coach Reen. Coach Reen is the plug. She has made a lot of connections for her father. So now her father is tied in with management companies, and, you know, I'm doing the damn thing, man. You know, I come on here and I share my experiences. You know, I love talking boxing, especially with educated people, like-minded people, always, you know. I do like talking boxing with the ignorant assholes too, because I know I get them upset, and they know that they can't stop anything that I'm doing. And they damn sure can't debunk anything that I'm doing, especially when they're not doing anything of their own. But listen, we are going to wrap up this show tonight, man. Salute the championship rounds. Toby, WCS. Let me get my man's name right, too, the other guy that came in here earlier. MPR76. Hopefully I said that right. Yes, MPR76. Hopefully you subscribe to the channel. Do not be a stranger. Keep coming back through. I am about to, because, you know, I still got a little bit more time here where I am at. I am going to do some premiere videos right now while I'm here, you know, especially since I don't have the staff with me. So I'm able to use all of my gadgets and gizmos. I want to do a premiere video and set that up now as well and drop that a little later. It's going to be called Guaranteed or Back End / Transparency. Get off of that, man. You ain't supposed to know about that. Let's take the chitlins. See, good thing Bud Crawford didn't take the chitlins, right? Had he took the chitlins, right? Remember what the chitlins was? Fight for no guarantee. They wanted him and Earl to fight for no guarantee. And look, Bud Crawford standing on his square. Both of those brothers walked away with $25 to $30 million. So salute to Bud Crawford. Now, had he took the no guarantee and did not take, you know, the concessions that Earl had to give up, Al Heyman would have had them fighting for a loaf of bread. Yeah, he would have gave them a loaf of bread, and they would have said, "Yo, man, we thought we was getting 2 loaves of bread." He was like, "Nah, y'all gotta split this, and don't worry, the back end money's coming." Yeah, but Bud Crawford was definitely the Django, man. Now, I mean, he was definitely the Django, and they got paid, man. And you see, from what I'm hearing, I'm gonna close with this. I'm hearing they don't want to run that back, man, because they got off so well. Nobody's willing to, invest in that again, especially after the performance. Can't hide no more, Derek. Listen, and that hurt me to my heart to see the yard man Earl take an ass whooping like that, but I knew it was coming. Earl did a lot of foul shit, man. And one thing about karma and the universe is undefeated. You can't do good, righteous, honorable people like that. It comes back on you. And it came back on them July 29th. But hopefully, like I said, he's getting his eyes correct. I see him. Listen, man, he's still trying to follow the Tucker sauce. I see you on the jump rope. You're looking real stiff. You was trying to be like my guy, right? Look, you don't want to admit it, right? These guys, they be watching, right? They watch the real brothers, right? And they never want to give it up. Real talk, right? They watch. And instead of them being honorable, right, and righteous, right, what do? They just lie, or they still try to steal and just be foul, right? But had he been real and official, he would have admitted that he watched the Jihad Tucker when Jihad was on the jump rope with the weights on. And man, Jihad moves, man. That is shout out to WCS. WCS calls him Electric Boogie, the hot stepper. Here comes the hot stepper. Murderer. That's Jihad, man. Jihad gets busy. He has magical footwork. We see you with the weight vest on. You was looking real struggling, EJ. But you'll be all right, man. He said, "You right. I hope Shakur follows." But yeah, listen. I think Shakur is gonna be all right, because not for nothing, they have the same publicist in Julie Gold, right? They have a lot of the same people around them. And when you have smart advisors and people around you, you're gonna be all right. It's when you listen to these unsuccessful YouTube life coaches. Like you got dudes on YouTube, right, that don't even have monetized channels, or they have channels that are monetized and they're running scams, right? And they're trying to tell 7-figure fighters, right, how to formulate their business. Because that's what a fighter is, in a sense. Each fighter is a business. You guys are trying to tell $1 million fighters how to flow. You can't even tell a $1,000 fighter how to flow, let alone $100 fighter. If I was a club fighter, right, I would not tell a club fighter to take advice from a lot of you content creators. But hey, what do I know, man? Salute to everybody that came through. Let's close it. The raunchiness. You guys give you a little bit of raunchiness, and then we'll clean it up with a little bit of class.
This is the news by Shanewz. But hey, what do I know?
Again, everybody's working. Everybody's working. Look, Everybody's working. We're getting everybody. Yeah? We're getting everybody. Okay, we're getting everybody. Everybody's working. Go.
Hard drive while you walking in.
Everybody's working. Look. Everybody's working. Everybody's working.
Stop looking at you working. Roll the punch when you done.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
This is a Source Experience. The news by Shanewz. But what do I know?
I was playing, man. I told you I was coming back to the city of Cowboy, Tulsa, Oklahoma, seek and destroy. You know the vibes. Yeehaw!
I knew the yard man was gonna like that big rump shaker. That was a rump shaker right there. That big rump shaker.
Hey guys, this is Tiana Twin with Hello. I'm a top-ranked knockout, and I want to give a shout out to Sauce Talk Podcast.
Thank you. You know the vibes.